Let's do it. All right. In this lesson, we'll cover simplifying radical expressions that contain variables. Divide the exponent by the index. Here we go. So if you have a problem, for an example, the square root of a to the fourth power. Now, looking at this problem, what is the index? 2. All right, we're going to divide the exponent by the index. So I'm going to come to the side and say 2 into 4. All right, that's 4 divided by 2. Now, how many times does 2 go into 4? Twice. All right. Now, what you got to understand is this right here, your answer, is called your quotient. The quotient equals the quotient is the number of the variable that will come out of the radical. It's the number of variables, or the number of that variable. I like that. The number of that variable that comes out of the radical. So 2 going to 4 2 times. Let's finish. When you multiply 2 times 2, you get 4 with no leftovers. This right here is called your remainder. This is defined as the number of that variable that stays under the radical. All right. So, according to this problem, 2 goes into 4 2 times. So, that's how many a's would come from under the radical. So, come from under the radical would be a to the second power. The number that's left, the remainder left, is what remains in the radical. So, the square root of a to the fourth power is just a to the second power. This is because in a to the fourth, you have 4 a's. All right. Now, it said every time you find 2 or something, that number comes out, or that variable comes out. I see 2 a's comes out, so I have 2 a's, so an a will come out. I see another 2 a's, so another a will come out. A times a is what? Excuse me. A squared. Let's try it again. Let's try the square root of b to the 9th. Here we go. What's my index? Index is 2, because it's blank. So I say 2 into 9. So 2 into 9. How many times 2 go into 9? 2, 4, 6, 8. If I say 5, that's 2 minutes. So 2, 4, 6, 8. It goes into it 4 times. So 4 is my quotient. 4 times 2 is 8, with a remainder of 1. So you look at this, I have 4 x's to come out, or 4 b's to come out with a remainder of 1. So I have b to the 4th power to come out. That's 4 b's with the remainder of 1b. See, b to the 9th power is really saying this. B times B times B times B times B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, every time you find 2 or something, that B or B will come out. So that's 1B, 2 B's, 3 B's, 4 B's. So 4 B's will come out, and what left over? 1 of them left over. See that? All right. Let's work. Let's try. Let's just deal with square root right now. The square root of 25 x to the 6th, y to the 13th. All right, first we take the number portion under the radical and break it down. 25 is what times what? 5 times 5. All right, did we have 2 or something? Yes, we did. So a 5 comes out. So I'm an equal sign, 5 comes out. There's no numbers left in, so it's good. Now we have to focus on the variables. You do them separately. You find out how many is going to come out for the x and how many is going to come out for the y. What's the index? Index is blank, so it's 2. All right, here we go. So for our x, we say 6 divided by 2. Here we go. 6 and 2. 2 going to 6. 2, 4, 6. That is 3. 3 times 2 is 6 with nothing left over. So we have 3x is going to come out. So 3x's, which is x times x times x, is x to the 3rd. Now for the y, we say 13 divided by 2. Exponent divided by index. So 13 divided by 2. All right. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. All right. We can't do 14. That's too much. So we got to go back to 12. So that's 6. 6 times 2 is 12 with 1 left over. So 6 of the y's will come out with a remainder of 1. So we got 6 y's will come out. Now we need the root. Square root with a y left over. All right. Now let's try one with a variable already outside. I mean a coefficient already out there waiting on it. 8 square root of 320 x y to the 4th. All right, let's break down that 320. 320, I see a 0, so I know that's 32 times 10. Every time I see a 0, that's 10. We're good. All right, 32. 32 is 4 times 8. 4 is 2 times 2. I can't break that down anymore. But 8 is 4 times 2. But 4 is 2 times 2. 10 is 5 times 2. All right, looking at the index, every time I see 2 or something, I got that number that'll come out. So 2 2's here, so a 2 will come out. 2 2's here, a 2 will come out. 2 2's here, so 3 2's will come out, and a 5 is left in. So 3 2's will come out. So think about that. So here we go. There was already an 8 on the outside, and I have 3 2's to come out. All right, no problem. We'll simplify later. And then look at our variables. Anytime you have an exponent that's higher than your index, something's going to come out. So for the x, is the exponent on this x higher than the index? No. So nothing for the x to come out, but it's the exponent on the 4 higher than the index here? Yes. So something's going to come out, so leave a space. And what we have left on the radical for the number 5. All right, now x is less than, the exponent is less than the index. So the x is not going anywhere. Stay right there. But why? All right, so we have 4 and 2. All right. So 4 and 2. So 4 divided by 2. 2, 4. That's 2 time tables. 2 times 2 is 4 with nothing left over. All right. So we're going to have x is going to stay in. 2 of the y's will come out with no y's left in underneath the radical. And here we go. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. 8 times 8 is 64. So our answer for this is 64 y squared square root of 5x. All right. So one good way to keep checking when you're doing it, check your exponents. If it's larger or if it's larger than your index, then something's going to come out. If it's smaller than your index, then nothing to come out. Let's do another. Let's see, make sure we tell the truth about that. Last one are 2, 6, 8, 11, and 12. All right. All right, let's simplify radicals with indexes of more than 2. Here we go. We have the square root, well, let's try this. The cube root of y to the third. All right, let's compare indexes and exponents. Does this exponent, is the exponent equal to or larger than the index? Yes. So we know we have something to come out. So we do the same thing. Divide the exponent and the index. We have 3 into 3. 3 going to 3 one time. 1 times 3 is 3 with no remainder left over. So 1 y will come out. Let's try it again. The cube root of p to the 7th. All right. Look at the indexes. Does the exponent, what is the exponent, equal or larger to the index? Yes. So something's going to come out. So we say we divide the exponent by the index. 3 going to 7. 3, 6. We can't say 9. That's too much. 3, 6 is 2. So 2 times 3 is 6 with 1 left over. So you have 2 p's are going to come out with 1 remaining. So what we have, 2p, that's p times p. That's p squared. It's going to come out. Cube root, make sure you keep the cube in there, of p remaining. Of negative 48 x, y to the 9th, z to the 5th. All right, so this is cube root. So we have a negative. Oh, we're going to have a negative factor. So 48 is 2 times 24. 24 is 6 times 4. 6 is 2 times 3. 4 is 2 times 2. All right, every time we find 3 of something, it's going to come out and join that 7. So I have 1, 2, 3 2's. So a 2 is going to come out and a 2 times 3 is left in. So equal, the 7 was already there. So 7. Now remember, we were getting negative 48. So the factor we pulled out is going to be the 2's. It could be negative 2's. So times negative 2. All right. Now, let's look at the variables. X, the exponent of the x is smaller than the index, so no x is going to come out. 9 is larger than the index, so y is going to come out. And 5 is larger than the index, so z is going to come out. So we need to leave some space and now draw a radical. Under the radical, we left with 3 times 2. Anything you have left, you multiply them back. All right, so we have 6 left under the radical. Now let's deal with the variables. X is not large enough. So X is going to stay, his exponent is not large enough, so it's going to stay on the radical. 9 is larger, so we divide the exponent by the index. All right, so we have 9 divided by 3. 3, 6, 9. 3 of them. 3 times 3 is 9 with nothing left over. So we know we're going to have 3 y's to come out. So y to the third with no leftovers. Same thing with z. We say divide the exponent by the index. 3 going to 5. 3. All right. We can't say 6. That's too much. That'll be more than that. So 3, that's 1 times. 1 times 3 is 3 with 2 left over. So 1 z is going to come out with 2 z's left over. So 1 z is going to come out with z times z with just z squared left over. So our final answer is negative 14 y cubed z cube root, can't forget to do that, cube root of 6xz to the second. All right. For this next group of problems, I want you to complete 14, 16, 18, 19, and 22. All right.